Good evening, collective. So, when I talked about your gifts are enhancing and one of the cats are reading, that could also apply to me. I just realized because I've been getting interesting symptoms, okay, which I haven't really gotten since the beginning of my spiritual awakening ascension. Um, when you go through like ascensions and you get spiritual gifts, a lot of the symptoms feels quite flu-like. Okay, if you go into your doctors and whatnot and they say it's nothing, it's normal, or they come up with something which it can't really be done. For instance, like menopause, hormonal imbalances, genetics, right? You kind of have to leave things to yourself and figure it out. But like I always say, the 3D, the matrix, the hospitals, the medics don't really have an answer or clue, or they can do nothing about it. 10 times out of 10, it is spiritual. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this insight. Now, I do have or it kind of correlates with this little, breakdown. And there is somebody that have been actively doing love spells. Okay, I got this message, but I forgot to put it in one of my lengthy readings, so I'm putting it in this one. Okay, there was somebody actively putting love spell. If it's me, I think that one of the reasons is why I'm getting the symptoms of this nature that I'm gonna dive into in a sec. Okay, whomever sending you love spells, it basically trying to make you love them. Okay, trying to string you along with manipulation, magic, tactics, spiritually based on manipulation, magic. Hey, all of that is being deaded. Okay, all of that is being stopped. Um, and I say this to say, just because you are intuitive, like myself, or have gifts, doesn't mean that you are untouchable. So there are consequences to everything. Okay. Um. So if you are suffering symptoms when it comes to love spells, and this is the first time I realized there's a different version of the symptoms when you're under one. Okay. In the past, I always say kind of links to like nausea and nausea. Okay. And difficulty of like accepting love, finding love, getting love that is, aligned with you. Now, I also realized that a love spell differs from somebody that has the lust demon on them. Like, only want to pull you back in because they want to sleep with you, or whether it's spiritually, astrally, or in the physical. I've had experiences with people, entities, frequencies, that's always trying to do something of this nature in my past. Now, that one, I kind of linked that to a love spell, like the nausea and the trouble sleeping and whatnot. But this one is more linked to a love spell. So if you're suffering from any night sweats, and like I said in the beginning, the matrix, the doctors and whatnot is like there is no name for this, or it's normal, or they can do nothing about it. It is spiritual, okay? This is the reason. And I'm guessing I'm experiencing this because I'm supposed to share this information, so here I am. Okay. Um Now, I mentioned again in the beginning of what it could be, um, or not, if there was a clue, right? But spiritually, um, the reason why you're suffering from night sweats is because somebody is trying to pull you back in magic. And when you're trying to manipulate whether manipulation or just magic wise, you feel like if you're not aware of it, you'll be liking or loving somebody that you have no business of liking because it wasn't there. But because of this manipulation of this magic, it's there now. Okay? This is not love bombing. This is not like a narcissistic trait. This is something totally different. Okay? But I'm trying to keep it short here. The message. Okay, collective. Um, yeah, so ask really somebody's trying to love you, or they do love you, but they want you to love them. Okay, and they're trying to pull you back in. Now, you guys know I get messages through my dreams, okay, aka the dream channelings and whatnot, for a few days now, okay, um, every day, even if I nap, I'm getting night sweats. And I'm somebody, a person of logic, so I always check things out the non spiritual way first, okay? Um, so I'm like, okay, I'm good. I exercise. Well, I've been slacking, but like, I'm good on the food part and the me, myself, and I. Like, unless it's menopause, which it could be premenopause, but even if it was, it doesn't make sense logically, medically, matrix wise, okay? Um, so spiritually, somebody's up here trying to make me love them. Um, and they could be quite irresponsible on how to go about that. Am I angry? Am I upset? No. But it is annoying. It really is. However, my spirit team is like, there was people again trying to do spells in terms of like, you know, they have this lust demon on them, making or wanting me to like, be actively with them spiritually or in the physical, sexual here. And on a personal note, a lot of it has to do because on a different frequency and different chapter in my life. A lot of it had to do with my own personal journey with my twin flame. It's a lot of commotions, yes. Even if it's just night sweats, it's still something. The devil's trying to find every way, every moment to make sure there is some sort of trap. But I'm just sharing this to explain to you guys that don't worry, don't stress, keep on praying, keep on cleansing your energy. Um, you know, and for the people that are doing this, you cannot force somebody to love you. Like, why do you want to be in love with somebody that don't even love you? That's quite desperate. And why do you want to sleep with people that don't even know you or have any type of feeling for you? Like, that's predator behavior, okay? Spiritually and physically, for the people in the past that think that. And why coming back 5, 10 years later is beyond me. But Corby thought I was in the past. I am not. Okay. Anymore. And obviously, because of the lack of connection here, the non-connection, and where I am in my life, there's like why? Okay. So I'm also tuning into that the devil is trying to use people from my past in order for me go back to ways that I was not so very enlightened, and even if I wasn't very smart during those times because when we're younger, would think with a young mind. And when we're older, hopefully we are wiser than people from my past or not. Okay. It's just sad. But new old people, present people, just listen. If I am not if it's not mutual, if I from me, okay, whether it's well, take this in the physical. If I have not expressed any romantic interest at all, and you are viewing me, seeing me, perceiving me as, oh, it's giving friendship. She's very friendly. I want more. Trust and believe, buddy. It is just that friendship. Okay, whatever is going on in your head, in your emotions, if you view me as friendship and you want more, and if I'm not expressing more, it is what it is. You can't change that unless I say something personally, and let it go for all the people that know how to do magic as well. Trust me, because if I can tune in for y'all, for everybody else, don't you think I can be observant of what's going on in my own life, spiritually or in my personal life? And I don't care what's going on at this. At some point, if I can do it for others, I can sure do it for myself. Okay, so again, mutual consentment here. Like if it's not going two ways, spiritually, physically, there is a barrier there for a reason. Okay, you cannot be this unhinged where you have to go through these measures to make me be drawn to you sexually or romantically. In this case, it's giving romantically. The people that try with the that lust sexual part, they have been eliminated. Okay, it's a nicer term. They've been eliminated from my life. Okay, spiritually and well, physically in terms of there's no point in saying that because as far as I know, none of that is a part of my life. Okay. Um, so yeah, I don't know. So there is that. And past people like some real stuff. Just logic it for a second. Do you wanna be with somebody that don't wanna be with you? Do you wanna love somebody that don't love you? Do you really wanna be with somebody under false pretense? Like for real. Anyways, so that is a little insight, a little message. If you're waking up with night sweats, somebody romantically is trying to pull you back in. Um, okay. But again, if it's not mutual, hey, what can you do? For those that are spiritually inclined, you might see this, in your dream state or spiritually. Get the 411 from your spirit team, or you just get symptoms of this nature, to just be aware of what's going on. And then if you see any centipedes crumbing around, despite you keeping your house clean 24/7, 8, that is somebody trying to send you some sort of spiritual like contract sexually when they sleep with you, whether it's past person, entity with this past person, entity with a person, entity without a person. Okay. A lot of people I've heard that when they get sexual dreams, for instance, like if you're straight and you dream about people that differs from your preference and your like then your gender, that's a spiritual attack. And if you are part of the LGBTQ community, despite being bisexual here, like because I feel like there's a spectrum here. If you are attracted to somebody and it's mutual, that's a thing. But if you're encountering moments with people and the vibe is not there, right? And you're not just like, oh, I had a um, smooshy dream about my person. That's different. But if you're having dreams about individuals or things or entities and you feel uncomfortable, okay, and things are taking place, that is also like a spiritual attack when it comes to a lust demon, sex, etc., etc. Okay, and this applies for any human being that listening to my readings here. All right. In the past, that used to be like a go-to signal for being sexually attacked here. There's a lot going on spiritually. There's like spiritual rape and gangbanging and just a lot of crazy stuff, right? People impersonating other people. So it's a lot, okay? I should write a book someday. But listen, please, guys, girls, whomever, just be aware of things that's not on your vibration. Number one. Number two, girls and guys that have an interest in me, listen, I am only for my twin flame, and that's it. Okay? That is the first and the last time I will say this on my channel. Okay? Like for real. Past, present, future people. I might have to warn more people in the future, but if that's the case. Like, case closed. All right. So we also got 555, which is my go-to number for a change coming in. So sometimes it could be a change for the better, a change for the worse. If you see this number, confirmation. All right. So what that could be symbolic for, anything in your life can be changing for the better or for the worse. Either you or somebody in your vicinity. Okay. So that is the message. And when it comes to 555 and this little breakdown of is it hormonal, is it astral traveling, is it spiritual? It could be all the above, it could be one or the other depending on what's said. This is my shared experience and these are the symptoms that I know what it is, and hopefully it could help you on your spiritual journey. All right. So, with that being said, as always, collective, thank you for stopping by. You guys will be seeing a message from a person, again, music channelings soon enough. And yeah, thank you for watching.